Okay, we are live. Truck yeah, man. We are back. Okay, so um the way that the camera's set up, it doesn't quite see fully me sitting back in the chair and the wheel. But I wanted to show the wheel because it looks weird if I don't have some sort of wheel being shown while I'm driving. So having said all that, uh now that I have things set up here. So I think I figured out the deal with the widgets not working. Had something to do with me not having the Streamlabs desktop open while I was streaming. Anyway, let's continue the driving academy. Having my coffee and waking up here. .330. Blindside reverse. Okay, so let me check something here. Okay, you can kind of see, I guess. I need to scoot a little closer. Let's see. Take these off. I just like doing that because it's funny. It's fun for me. Um, let's see. What we got going here? Okay, so in this scenario, you learn blindside reversing maneuver. Blindsiding should generally be avoided unless there is no alternative, as your visibility is severely limited. Take your time or on the side of extreme caution. Let's see what they actually want us to do here this morning. Drive well past the parking spot. Give yourself a work and just start reversing. Oh, this is the easy one. If it's exactly what I think it is. It's not. It's on the blind side. Yeah, blind side's not. Turn the tractor away from the spot. Also push the front further. And so, yeah, it's on the blind side, so it's not easy. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this academy or not because all of these things, from what I've seen, because I went and I watched videos of other people doing these, and everybody that's actually finishing this, they're either have done this, they have either done this lots of times and then are recording and doing it with like a really nice setup and making it look like they've just now done it, or they're doing it with just outside cams only. And I often will drive from inside the cab. So, um, I don't know. That's the difference that you're going to see with me driving in this game and others, is that I don't like to use a lot of outside cameras. And especially, even I don't care if I'm streaming or what. I just like to try to do things from inside the cab. The only time you're going to see me making lots of use of cameras is if I'm looking for scenery or I'm trying to check behind the trailer because I can't see back there. And that's simulating to get out and look. That's pretty much it. So, whereas a lot of people would cut out their mistakes, I'm doing this live. I'm showing you all the mistakes I'm making, even if it takes me 13 fucking attempts to do it. So, bottom of the designated areas for the truck. Blindside's not easy. Because you can't just look outside your mirror right there and look back like you can on the driver's side. Okay, so let's start the engine. I hate sitting so close. He's in reverse. I had to drink my coffee down a little bit while we're doing this. Of course, the parking brake, right? Yeah. It's pretty difficult for me to do these kind of driving games because I have some issues, especially with neurological disease and such. And so, okay, it's not even behind us. We got to go forward first. My bad. And so, I have a lot of burning and stinging going on, and numbness, things like that. So, sitting for any extended periods is kind of painful. I'm not gonna lie. Between like neuropathy pain and stuff like that, and knee pain from arthritis tearing up my knees and shit. Yeah, it's pretty painful. I don't even drive much in real life. Very, very rarely do I drive anymore. Alright, yeah. That's autoimmune disease for you guys, though. I had some other stuff, so my nerves are pretty fucked up. All things considered, I'm trying. Trying to get an idea where that slot is at. I think I can pull this off. It shouldn't be that hard compared to a lot of the other ones that we were doing. So I've already turned it off correctly. Okay, let's see. I passed the spot. I thought this was going to be a little bit easier because I thought it was just a normal back. It's a blind side back. These are not that easy. Practice. Like I said though, guys, when you do this, if you actually do these, it will make you a better driver because you're getting experience that you otherwise would never get, and you're doing things that are outside the cab, or excuse me, inside the cab. And even if you do them outside the cab, just to see what the hell's going on, you're learning. And once you learn outside the cab, it's a lot easier inside the cab. you guys are just starting out, I would recommend going and checking out Squirrel's videos. Squirrel had some amazing videos on teaching people how to back who had just started playing the game. He did a hell of a job teaching people. I think I got that magic angle going on. It's so hard to tell because you can't see in the pins. You can't see in the mirrors. It's looking good. It's going back. I'm slowly turning as I'm backing so we're not knifing. I think we're gonna bump this guy. I don't want to do that. I want to cut tighter. Make sure we're not gonna hit him. That's not quite what we want. You don't want to completely jackknife to get in there. Let me go back. You notice whenever they did it in the demo, they weren't so far over on that side. So one of the mistakes I'm making right now is I'm not cutting like I should. Cut this trailer a little bit harder than it was. Let's see if we got them. Now we're gonna shoot past. Actually, I'm gonna look at something. If you look at these lines, it shows you right around where you need to turn. I'm close, but I should have turned a little bit sooner. Pull up just a skosh. Good. Now cut it. We can kind of see the red line in that mirror there. I probably should have adjusted it to where you could see a lot more of the trailer. That's a mistake that I'm already made. So there's our... So in real life, when you're backing a trailer, you will get out and you will look. You're supposed to. Even if it takes you getting out and looking 10 times. I keep saying getting out and looking is a lot cheaper. Because if you're damaging somebody's property because you didn't get out and look, well, it's going to cost you or your company money, obviously. Now, I'm trying to figure out how we're supposed to get this trailer back without being over here. I think I see what you have to do. We're a little bit out of the line, but I'm going to go ahead and follow it on back and see where we end up. Yeah. Okay. I knew we were cutting pretty sharp, but I just wanted to see where these tires were as we were backing up. Just so you guys know, I'm not a driver. It's not apparent already. just play this game for fun. Let's cut this way. Yeah. I think maybe on this part. I'm already outside the line, so I must have turned too soon. I'm gonna try to get it in there. Keep it lined up with that slot. Don't really have to stay in those lines of danger as long as it gets in there, but I think if you don't stay in those lines, you don't get in. We'll see. Their lines are a little bit misleading, I've noticed in these. So we cut too sharp. When I was doing my diagonal pack, I noticed that there is an angle of the trailer at which point you tilt like this, and it allows you to continue backing. As long as you hold the angle with the wheel, you can control the direction of the trailer without pivoting too far to the left or the right. So you get to hold a nice shallow angle and back in. I just have not been able to fully understand at what point that angle occurs. It's a really shallow bank, but it works. I don't know how it works, but it does. That's why I say it's like a magic angle. This looks really close to the magic angle I'm talking about. We'll see what this does. Trying to keep my trailer right at that same angle. He's going into the slot. We're losing our angle here. Got it back this way. Oh, my bad. Shouldn't have done that. That might fuck us all up. Looks like we're getting in there. Sorta. Lost my magic angle. Now I can't even see the trailer in my mirror. Just the top. We're cut probably much too sharp now. I'm pretty sure we are. Basically against that trailer. Yeah. I had the angle. I lost it. I want to say it's like right there. That looks to be it. Okay. I'm so close and yet so far. I'm gonna hit that cone. But that is the angle. I have to pull forward and angle it a little bit more shallow so I'm not hitting that time. And then just slowly back and hold that. So that there's... I would try to mouse over, but I can't. I was going to show you. If you look in my mirror, where you see the trailer's edge, and where you see the cab's edge. Just that small portion right there, that little black circle's at. And it seems to be kind of the angle that I'm looking for. It's a really shallow turning angle. As long as I hold that, I can basically continue to push the trailer in the direction that I want to go without making any sharp banking or turning. Pretty much. Gotta cut it, obviously. We gotta get in there. See, now we've lost the angle. I'm just gonna try and hold that angle and see if it gets us in there. Let's see. We're gonna hit a cone. So close. Pull forward. Pull forward just a little bit. I just gotta angle it a little bit tighter. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Basically, it should be like right there. See if that's it. Just be a little bit tighter. We're basically in, but I don't want to hit a cone as we're backing up and have to restart. And just get that trailer to angle a little bit. What am I doing here? Yeah, we're gonna hit. Trying to cut it sharper as we're backing so the end of the trailer moves. But I think we're gonna bump that cone. I don't want to bump the cone, but I think we are. Yeah, that's close. I think I'm just gonna pull up. Straighten out, pull up just a little bit. Now I can cut the wheel, and that should give me enough room if I need. This is the angle we had. Let's see if that was sharp enough. I think it needs to be a little bit sharper. Nope, we went the wrong way on that turn. Well, we're going to clear that cone. See that little black thing on the trailer? It's a light. Seems to be a good reference point for the angle that I need to be turning in. So that just cut first. Yeah, we're in. We're in the money. Alright. All I gotta do is back it in. Oh. I think we're in the money on this one. I don't want to celebrate too soon, but I think we're in it. Nice. That should be in. Alrighty. Cool. Now, what do they want us to do? Didn't have to do that 10 times. Had to take my time. Keep checking my angles. 45-degree parking when the situation permits. This is the preferred method for many for reversing in the park spots by starting with the trailer already pointed where you want to go. You have to do less maneuvering to get parked. I think this is the one that you use most of the time. Should be pretty easy to line your tandems up to the spot you want and do a serpentine. There it is. He lined his tandems up. Going forward. Give yourself plenty of room on these. Bring the truck away from the spot. Push the front forward and guiding forward. That puts the trailer on your driver's side, and then it's easy to judge. And this is the way you'll back your trailer most of the time in the game. Stop the designated spot. When you first do this, you'll probably end up having to pull up once or twice. This should be pretty easy. You just got to be able to tell where your tandems are at. Oh, shit. It even shows you where to turn right here. But so I'll show you on this, because I know. It's telling you to turn right up here on this red line. It's telling you when to turn. But you're not going to have that red line when it actually comes to backing. So I'm going to show you how I do it. So you can do this whichever way you want. But what you're going to do is you're going to take these back tires and basically just pull forward until they line up with the spot you want. The tires on your tractor trailer. They're about there. At the point at which the middle of your back tandems lines up with the spot you want to be in, like right there. Doesn't have to be super perfect. That's the point at which you want to turn. And how much you turn is up to you. Make sure we're in the slot. Okay. At this point, you can start back. That wheel turned away from the slot. And now you have everything all in your mirrors. You can use your mirror to back. It's going to disappear from the top mirror, but it'll still be in the lower mirror. If you're good with sight, you can sometimes use that smaller mirror, but it's easier to just look. Just look out your back window right here. And you turn your wheel as you're backing. So you have the trailer cut. Hard enough not to hit those cones, obviously. Slightly weaker. Should be around that cone. move too far, you'll end up pushing into the other trailer. If you try to straighten out too soon, it's not going to work. That's the reason why I said you got to pull up sometimes. I'll have to pull up once. I shouldn't have had to pull up at all. A while. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm in the slot without going over. Basically in the middle, I'm a little bit over. Check the other side. Yeah, I'm a little bit over. I should have cut the wheel a little tighter. It'll probably still work. Nope. I don't need to see all that. The mistake I made last time was I cut it not quite sharp enough. But I almost hit that down. I'm not within the dotted line, so that's not good. Yeah, that's must be cutting too tight. I got the more shallow angle. It's like basically the same angle that I had earlier when I do this. The last one, but it was on the other side, but I could actually see what angle I was holding. I think that's going to hit that edge of that, very tip edge of that corner. Where'd it go? Bang. I'm over the dotted line. Start straightening out. It's gonna be it. We're in the money. In the money. Look at that. To go green. Done. I made that look a little bit harder than what it actually is, but it's not. You just align your tandons up, pull forward, do exactly what I was doing. Just you gotta choose when you turn. Sometimes it'll be shallow, sometimes it'll be wide, sometimes it'll be tight. That's pretty much it on that one. Delivery until it's unseen. Over her turn. So it's close. Almost 11. Luckily enough, I think with this one I should be okay. I've watched a couple videos on maneuvering in tight spaces before. I watched a guy use basically a little bit of space to fully maneuver a trailer. On the left is another alley unless we're person into the social part. Basically, he just did the same maneuver that we just did a minute ago. Yeah, same thing. This is not even. That should be pretty easy. Basically the same thing I just did with an alley. Is a brand one? Past the building on the left, there's another alley which you must reverse to yourself up with this in mind. Okay, so in this instance, instead of pulling straight up, what I'm going to do is cut over and down the middle line. Then I'm going to line up. That was a bit too sharp. A little bit too sharp on the wheel on that. I was going to pull back forward, but I didn't see that. I wasn't over far enough, I guess. One of the lessons it's teaching is always look around where you're trying to go. I thought it was going to be just as simple as backing up. It wasn't. It wasn't over far enough to make that turn. This time I might actually be too far over. We'll see. Okay. Well, my mistake here was I'll show you what I was trying to do. I was trying to line the right tip edge of the trailer with the midsection of the cab, because I believe that that was the angle he was using, but he was also using that a little bit later than what I tried to do. So I'm back and watch over here on this side, make sure I'm not hitting that building. close. I can tell you this is a lot harder in the 389 than it is with the other trucks. Not this specific one, but the Academy is. A little bit sharp enough. Let's look. Yeah, we're too far over. I might pull back forward and figure that out. Figure out what it is that I did. Somehow I'm way too far over without being. Must have backed up too far before I had the wheel turn. And this is what I did last time when I still hit the building, so I don't know. Actually, that's pretty tough. I'll start straightening out, I'm gonna hit that building. Check that other side. Yeah, I'm free and clear of that building. I'm probably too far over on the right than I should be, but I'm gonna try to sharpen either end. Still work. I'm just gonna pull up. A little bit out. Actually, I'm over to the side. Should be able to still get in here. Basically up to the counter, scared to get it straight out. We're into the slot now. Didn't have to pull up, but I will. Yeah, that's not. That's pretty pissy. I'm gonna restart. Somewhere I'm missing where he's turning. But he does pull over. He pulled over a lot further than what I did. And he straightens out. So when he makes that turn, he's already lined up. All he's got to do is back up at that point. Backing straight up. Backing straight up. Now he's coming straight. I was right in going further over. Hitting the damn gas before I release the parking brake. I don't actually mean to do that. It's just my foot goes down before I can hit space bar. It looks straight in the mirror almost. Looks like we only had a small cut. I guess they were pretty good cut. All I gotta do is back straight up. This one, start cutting that wheel. Far enough away from the pipe now that we have to get her cut real tight. I feel like there's something I'm doing wrong, and I'm just not seeing it. I guess maybe I cut too tight on that. But now, it's up a little bit more room. I feel like I should be closer to the pipe. So that's where I'm trying to figure out what's going on, because instead of keeping it nice and straight, cutting over to my right, and it should be cutting to the left. I know if I pull up, it'll be alright. I guess maybe my angle's not shallow enough on that. Slightly over to the left. It looks better than I had it. You can now proceed out of the area in the same direction from which you came. Make good use of the space available. Okay. I thought we were done. Must have missed. Been some more to it that I didn't see. You want us to leave? Where does it want us to go? Back out, maybe? Maybe I didn't watch the whole video. Hang on. Thought I did. I guess it's nothing but practice, man. He's not fully straight here. I see what happened. That might be where I was fucking up. He's not actually fully straight, and so when he's backing up, it's actually making more room on the passenger side than what I had. And that's why it didn't work. Okay. How does it want us to get out? This is where I hit end last time. Okay, so this is where, from this point on, make a nice shallow turn toward the pipe. Come over and utilize that turn space. Just pull on through. Continue driving towards the exit. Okay, we're in the designated area. Secure the truck. This is where I was screwing up. He actually doesn't go over and straighten out. He just turns, goes up, turns, goes forward into the slot, turns back, and he leaves it bent like about like this. Look. Line to accept the spot, and then we can back straight up. We're backing up at an angle, so we're not actually straight and parallel to that building. Try. Get this back straight up. Okay, it's getting us where we need to be. Slice there, so all we gotta do now is follow it in. Oh. Giving it too much gas to try to get it back up. Instead of paying attention to what it's really. sharp turning. Oh, something's wrong. We didn't do something. We're lined up, but we go over to the right. That's not good. Just gonna pull forward and mitigate that. Ugh. It's not quite right. Somewhere I have missed space. I think I know what's going on. I'm gonna pull back forward just a little bit. There it is again. Oh, what's causing that? I don't know if it's my trailer. I'll bump this pole. That's not. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Undo that way. Alright. I think we're gonna hit something. Yeah, I was right. I made that maneuver forward. You're really not supposed to pull that far forward, but could have had it. I fucked. Definitely. Alright. I know this is meant to be a blindside back. I gotta recover. It's close. This should get me back right to the slot. If I'm not retarded. Jesus. I screwed that all up anyway. It doesn't matter. My gear just slipped. Ah, back it up. That's not gonna work. It'd be second guessing, so pretty sure we're too far over. That's straight, but by the time I get straightened out, it's gonna be pushing it back over to the right. Turning room when I backed up like that. Go away my turn. What am I doing wrong? I'm trying to figure it out. I think I'm not far enough over. Make that cut. Or they get really close to that hole. We've already been digging. Now that I'm too far over, now if I pull over, it might work. Let's see. I think it's gonna push us right over to the right again. No? We got it. That's it. That was it. That's what I had to do. I just wasn't far enough over. We got it. We're in. Not quite. I won't hit that pole in front of us. Yeah, that's not quite right either. The way that I learned was pull up, stop, pull up, stop. Get aimed, pull forward. Okay. I think I'm making the same mistake on this class. Gonna bump. Hey. Now we're cooking. Great. Oh, she was in too. That's alright. I wasn't doing it right anyway, so try one more time. I said one more time with a grain of salt, don't worry. Fucking breaks off. My knees are up hell. Oh. Really don't even know how to cut. I think we're probably too far over to have started this one though. Hang on. One, and then I did get far over. Get over there. Get over there. Way too far over. This is not. We are all but in. We're getting that stupid cock angle. I don't understand what caused that. I don't know if it's just I don't turn soon enough or what the deal is on that. Yeah, we're now way too far over that way. Trying to figure out how to correct the mistakes that I'm making. Yeah, see, this is the shit that I'm trying not to make happen. Halfway out of the circle, that's not good. I can tell you one thing, I fail at this. Fail at this scenario. Big time. I need a lot more experience to be better at this. Yeah, I know. I know. Whatever. What is it that is causing that? Trying to understand my mistakes so I don't make them again. sitting there really trying to do me in, trying to figure out where those points are. Let me pull back forward. Yeah, well, I'm just gonna restart. I'm gonna watch that replay as carefully as possible and figure out the mistake that I'm making. So the back of that wheel on the trailer's outside that line right there. And then when he pulls forward, he rolls right over that white. Okay. The pivot point. Pivot point's right there, down and to the left of that triangle. That's where the trailer should start turning. It's not about necessarily trying to copy what they're doing. It's about trying to learn how it's done. So on this, I'm going to look at the top-down view. So I come in here. There. And this there. Here. That should go with the tire. It didn't. I need to pull up. Okay. I already see. It's how I'm lining myself up is what it is. When I'm pulling forward, I'm screwing up, pulling forward. Because the trailer, when he backs it, it's actually over like 2 feet to the left. I'm gonna see if I can still get away with it. I don't think I can, but we'll try. to the trailer. It's there. Wouldn't pass there. That's the point at which I could start pivoting. That's not much pivot. Doesn't feel right. Shouldn't have cut that wheel. I second guessed myself, but that was it. I cut it just a little bit, thinking that I was not going to be in it, and that's what it was the whole time. It was just the point at which my trailer was pivoting. I was getting the wrong angle, basically. I was either turning too soon or too late and not pivoting my trailer at the right time to get around that corner. At the right distance away from it, of course. Now let's get out of here. No, that's done. Like I just pulled up too far. I don't know. It feels like I'm doing stuff wrong. I don't want to fuck up. I think I got it. Just gotta get out of here. That's gonna bang right into that. Just a little bit. So how much farther do I need to be over? There it is. That corner. I would have hit. This is literally maneuvering tight spaces. This is pretty tight. It's not the tightest. It is pretty tight space. You really have to pay close attention or not to hit it. Well, it's done. You would think that that lesson would be a lot easier, but it's just in how you turn your trailer. You don't understand what you're doing wrong. You'll never get it right. I got 2 lessons left. Next scenario parallel. My legs are basically numb right now. At least you're not burning stomach too much. Yeah. I've seen the final exam video. The guy did it. Looks pretty nerve-wracking, I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, he actually failed it because he got in a rush and backed into the slot, the final big slot, instead of just pulling in like he was going to. What did I hit? A cone? Yeah. Problem is, I can't go too far over this way. Trailer guard hit. No, it's not. That's not the ticket. Trying not to go over these lines right here on this side. If you do, you fail. Pull up a little bit. Hang on. I don't think we're far enough over. Need to be closer to him. It's gonna pull us over. Yep, we're gonna go over the line. Damn it. Not so much doing things right in these missions, it's watching out for those damn cones. Those cones are just even smallest bit of error, the cones have got you. I don't know how I'm going to do that. You gotta back straight up in order to have room to go to the driver's side. now we're cut so far over that way, I don't know if it's gonna work. By the time I start turning toward these cones, I'm cut so far. Yeah, we're gonna hit a cone. God, man. They do tell you that you can pull up, so I'm gonna do so. Let me look at this lineup. We're close. I need to actually get further over this way a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, there's not real on where I'm going to. And now we're over the finish line. The trailer's got to be in the slot, otherwise I gotta watch these cones in front of me. Should be good. I'm worried about the cones on the other side. Let me check. We're basically in. Yeah, that's it. Oh, that was interesting. Chapter completed. How long did that take? 2 hours later. Damn. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll have to view scenario results since. Next scenario. Oh, this is the final exam. Or the first part, they said. First part of the final exam. First, you'll attach the trailer, and once coupled, you'll drive the truck around. Yeah, a lot of people complain about this being added, but I have to tell you, when we first started, before all this, you had to literally find a place on the map somewhere that had like a hotel and practice alley back and around the back of the hotel. There was nowhere to practice, so this is great. I like it. Takes a little bit of time, it's a little frustrating, but I mean, overall, it's going to make you a better driver. You're going to be a lot more precise when you're done. Hmm. Various kinds of corners and obstacles. I think this is the final exam. That's going to be difficult. I can already see that. I'd like to see a section though that focuses on shifting. If you've got an H shifter, it should help you know when to shift on various different areas of travel. So going uphill, going downhill, what different things like that. That's a long course. Look how close it's getting to this. Man. If this is the actual final exam, what I'll do here is I'm going to stop the stream. I'm going to start it again so that final exam is just in one solid video. Not a bunch of riff-raff bullshit watching me fail a couple of times on some of these. Solution into industrial scene. The driving the cosmetic quarters. What drive on the road? And you're nearly done. What's stupid is I got to go back and try to figure out how to get past the stupid mirrors part because I couldn't, it wouldn't let me complete the chapter for some reason. So even after I'm completely done, I'm still not done because of the stupid mirrors. Look at this champion. Look at this. To complete the test, you'll need to park accurately. Choose which maneuver works best for you. He pulled toward the spot, he pulls away, and he starts to back, which should be the easiest in theory. No need to be nervous, you've already learned everything that's required. Yeah, except for cones everywhere. Ah, he was cut to the right on that. I gotta watch that. He's backing up. That's it. Okay. All right. Give me just a second. I'm gonna end stream and I'm gonna start it again and call it final exam.